and I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to fully commit. I'm going to put my head down. I work on the business every day, with the exception of a handful of vacations that I've gone on. I do something in the business or work on the business every single day. That's what it takes. You don't have to jump off a 100-foot building to do this.
What you did before you met us, and then we'll dive into your business, and Rick will do that for yours. Let's just so you guys get the layout, and then we'll talk about their business, what it is today, and then we'll open up for questions and stuff so you guys can.
But yeah, this is the time you guys want to get up to the mic when they get done, and we open that up.
Yeah, so I'm Brian O'Neill. For those who don't know me, have not heard my story, I was in corporate sales for 25 years. I worked out. Here it comes. You ready? You ready? I worked for the same company for 17 years selling elevators.
Does anybody know how his business was? It has ups and downs. You guys want to know why Brian's really good at real estate? Because he has a good elevator pitch.
Yeah. He may have told all of those a time or two.
Every Zoom call, he says it.
Yeah. I had tried. I had been looking to get out of my job for probably the better part of a decade, maybe 10, 15 years. I had a high travel job. I was a high income earner. And I was traveling. I was on planes every other week. I was gone. And I have a young son. He's 11 now. And, I had tried a variety of different things. I mean, you name it, I looked at it. Shiny object syndrome was my best friend. So whether it was, stocks or franchises, I mean, anything that came across my feed, I tested it out, right? And I never really fully committed to it. A lot of fear around failing, around leaving the job. I didn't have a lot of belief in myself. I knew I had something in me, I just didn't know what it was. And I got really kind of stuck in this cycle of being in my job because it was paying me well, it was paying the bills, and I just as my son started to get older, probably around the age of 5 or 6, he understood that I was God. And I'm missing him grow up. I come back, he looks different, he's talking different, he's bigger, and it finally started to dawn on me, especially when he started voicing his opinion. Hey, Dad, I don't like when you leave the house. I'm scared to be here by myself with Mom. It's an uneasy feeling to hear your kids say that. Coupled with the fact that I was already, upset with myself for not going after what I knew was inside of me. All fear-based. And I said this at QLS Live, my son ultimately gave me the courage to quit being afraid and to try. And I thanked him for that after QLS. I said, hey, man, I just want to let you know that you're the reason that I did this. So I told him that, his eyes lit up. I mean, it was like the best thing he's ever heard. And it's important to do that for your kids. But he's my why, and so is my wife. So is my wife too. Like I was sick of being away and missing him. And that was kind of the breaking point for me. And I think we talk a lot about, Zach was mentioning, Chris is mentioning, this stuff that we're talking about, we make it simple, but it's not easy. And when you do this business, you have to have a reason not to quit. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. I've had multiple times where I've wanted to hang it up. And I always think about my kid. I'm never getting on a plane again. He's never going to say that to me again. He's never going to tell me that he's scared for me to leave. And I push through. So when you're doing this business, you don't have to do what I do. You don't have to find my why, but you got to find a reason not to quit. It can be multiple reasons. And,
Right. Can I jump?
Yeah, of course.
I want to encourage them to, you said that like emphatically. And okay, so Here's what I would encourage you guys to do now or later. It's 4, 5, 6, 7 words. I will never blank again, or I will always blank it. Write something down that you won't deviate from. Like he was, like I will never freaking settle on blank, or whatever it is for you. Would everybody do that today? Write that down. Yes. This would be yes. Yeah. Cool.
People just tell everyone. You got to find that. So, it's as I was dabbling in everything, I looked like a real estate investor. I went on appointments. I met with agents. I looked at properties. I didn't really do anything. I was kind of faking it. And I had a lot of fear. I had a lot of fear about investing my own money, which I had. And then even bigger was asking other people to invest alongside of me. Right around that time where I'm hearing Chris on a podcast talking about how he bought his office building on owner financing with no money down, I ran right towards it. I think that timeline, Chris, between the podcasts was maybe a couple, 3 weeks. We talked on the phone. Came in November of 19. I was on the phone, Zach, within 2 weeks of signing up. December 16th, 2019, I made my first dial. Got my first, and this is pre-COVID, right? And I was completely driven. I'm like, this is my way out of the W-2 job. I invested a significant amount of money. And I said, all of the tools are here. Like everything that I need is right here. And I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to fully commit. I'm going to put my head down. I work on the business every day with the exception of, a handful of vacations that I've gone on. I do something in the business or work on the business every single day. That's what it takes. You don't have to jump off a 100-foot building to do this. You just got to cross the line and keep going every single day. And you'll get to where you want to go and give yourself realistic expectations.